back with another episode of Tacoimposters. This is going to look really dumb because it's going to be set up really stupidly like this, but hey, I don't really care. I'm doing this on the fly, and it'll be like, I want it up like that, so it should be up tomorrow, or should be. So tomorrow will be Easter Monday, today is Easter Sunday. It is the 4th of April, Sunday the 4th of April, 2021. One another time at 8:01 p.m. Yep, what do I talk about today? I have no idea, I'm sorry. This is probably going to, phase out before I get to the 45 minutes, way before I get to 45 minutes, but, because I'm just looking at the top, making sure it's not recording 360, because importing 360 video is pants and stupid. Now, doing that on a phone, forget it, I don't want to even try and do it. Doing that on a computer, not nearly as bad as it could be. It could be really bad. It's not going to be really bad. It could be really bad. What was I saying? Yeah, so, personally, okay, I was watching an episode of, it's old now, but, the Park Bench, Matt Gray, Tom Scott and Matt Gray's, the Park Bench, and they were doing, this is an old episode now, I've seen it probably at least, 12 times, a dozen times, but it was, the episode where they were talking about the GoPro Fusion, and Matt goes, I don't like 360 videos, because they're faff, and it's bad, it's bad. Now, is it the worst thing ever? No. Is it good, though? Also, no. I think two things. I think that they're stupid because you don't know what to look at. You have to watch them multiple times to see them. Right? And then you just hate it. You just don't like it. That's the thing. You just don't like. And for me, personally, I think that GoPro is one of the better, at least the GoPro Max, is one of the better, 360 cameras. This is okay, but now you can really tell it's dated when you do 360 anything. Photos, videos, time-lapse, it's all bad. It's not the worst, but it's bad. So for me, I personally don't like it anymore. I'm looking for a better one. You got any suggestions under, $500? Give them to me, please. Yes. So, yeah. So, GoPro's pretty good. But I think that 360 video is not something people are going to do in the future. I mean, it's an interesting thing to do, once or twice. It's like showing somebody a 3DS and going, here's 5 minutes of a 3DS before you just go, okay, this is, okay, cool. Or 3D in general. Okay, great, but now can I just, not do that? And so for me, I think photos are where they go, where it goes, I don't think videos are a thing that are going to last very long because they're just stupid and hard to watch. The first thing I ever saw, and also the quality is always crap. It's always really low quality. You can have 4K, 8K video and this still looks weird. Bad. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so personally I think it's dumb, but what was I saying? Yeah, so I think that, because the first thing I ever saw of 360 video was Roman Atwood did a 360 vlog, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I watched it twice. I remember distinctly saying to myself, I'm satisfied. I don't have to ever watch another 360 video ever again. I watched other 360 videos because they were good and they were on and they were whatever. But I don't care too much for 360 video. I don't care. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's that good. I think it's awful. The only thing with the GoPro one, at least the Fusion when he was reviewing it, I don't know if the Max does it too, because the Max is the second version. Anyway, is that the GoPro Fusion lets you do two things. It does the whole stitching itself, so you don't have to worry about it. This camera does a very good job of it. And then you can take the video. So the 360 video basically works like this. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. And then it wraps around itself. So you can pull it out like this onto a long form this long way, and then pull out and frame it I want this piece right here. So and then cut it and then take it. It takes forever to do that because it has to stitch all that back together. Then give you what you want. Even if you take something that's not even remotely close to the stitching line. But anyway, so I don't think that's a thing. That's good. But also, if I take this video right now, put it on my phone, I have to then convert it. It's already an MP4 file. I have to convert it to an MP4 file, and it takes, not even joking, it used to take me 3 days. That's why I used to come up on a Wednesday instead of. I record on a Monday and it would come out on a Wednesday because it would take literally 3 days to do. Not even joking. 3 days. So, anyway. And this one only takes one SD card. It's because it's basically stitching it in post, picking it up, and then putting it all in one SD card. This is legitimately taking the Fusion and / GoPros are two, because they're taking literally, if you took a GoPro, cut it in half, slap them together, like glued them together back to back. It's two separate cameras. So you could technically, like, what I like about this camera is I can do this with it. I can use it as a not so bad GoPro, not so bad, like 180 camera, which is fine. It's good. It's just, I don't know if it's the best thing ever. Like, it's not the greatest quality. You can really tell this camera's old. Yet my phone looks decent. Like, go figure. This you can tell is old. That you can go figure. It looks good. Go figure. And they came out about the same time. Let me just look. Okay, Google. When was the Gear 360?
Sorry, what are you asking about?
When was the Gear 360 2017 released?
May 25th. According to Sam Mobile,
May 25th.
Samsung has
When was the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge released?
Here's some results from the web.
Okay, it was released in, let me just check. See, let me get it. March 2016. See, they came out around the same time. It was like March 20th, May 28th. Well, this one came out a year later. But that's beside the point. Because the 7, Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge both came out about the same time. Anyway, and I think it was Loop Up Unbox Therapy put a regular S6, 7S, S7A, S7 in water for 24 hours to prove, like, hey, look how waterproof it is, water resistant it is. It wasn't deep, though. That's not like everything Apple Pro does, where he puts a phone literally in, like, what they recommend. Like I think is it 10 meters for 30 minutes, or 30 meters for 30 meters, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, I think it's 10 meters, 30 minutes. Anyway, that's how, yeah. So, what was I saying? So, this came out a year later, and it's worse than this camera. Go figure. I don't know, something about it where it's like, this is not great. It's not that it's bad, it's just not great. I'm using it, and I'm just like, I don't like it. I like the feel and the whole, like, build quality. It's nice. It's just, I'm using it, and I'm going, you can tell it's old and outdated. Now, the 2016 one apparently is better in the video quality is slightly better. Picture quality, images are slightly higher megapixel. But then again, I've said this before, megapixel does not make your camera better. You can have a 1 megapixel camera that looks really fantastic, or a couple megapixel camera that look fantastic. You can have 150 badillion megapixels where every other part of the camera looks like garbage, because it's all bad. Low light, aperture, shutter speeds, and ISOs, f-stop, all that could be bad. You could have it all bad. There was a freaking 40 megapixel Lumia 1020. It looked like, it was just like, nothing better. Nothing great about it. Anyway, I mean, I'm not saying it's awful. I'm just saying, look, I don't think it's great. But it's not awful. Personally, though, 360 video is just whatever. It is what it is. Good? Usable? Yeah. Action camera stuff? No. See, I want a GoPro because I realize I want small, action-like camera that I can use for other things, that I can just pop and go. Now, the thing GoPro had before the GoPro Fusion were 6 GoPros in like a circular loop kind of thing. It kind of looked like that, and then there were GoPros all along like the edges, and it was a nightmare to use because you had to stitch together 6 GoPros together, and it took days. Because the other thing with that was, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, because I just watched it, it's to render that video, it's 30 minutes per minute of footage. So say you have 2 hours. Okay, Google. What is 2 hours times 30?
The answer is 2.5 days.
So you have something. Say you have a 2-hour thing. It'll take 2.5 days. Days to do that. That is incredible. What's 10 seconds times 30?
The answer is 5 minutes.
That's not too bad. But it's a 10-second video clip. So you're going, I've got to use a 10-second video clip to do what now? Oh, this is ridiculous. Not that it's horrible, but come on. Come on, don't be dumb. This will either die or overheat. I think it'll overheat before it'll die. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So I don't like 360 video. He makes another point in the, what is it? When they're asking a question and they've been, I think it's been there for a year or something? Maybe, I don't know. And they're just talking about how, what can we do with 360, like real 360, where like we can get a nice proper kit to do like a whole real like VR-like 360 where you just look around everywhere. And basically, they don't come up with anything, but they're just like, they bring it out as a question, like, oh, can we do this? And it's like, yeah. And like, Matt Gray talks about the fact that, look, okay, no offense, but they're stupid. Like, because you gotta look everywhere. You gotta watch like 4 times to get the full effect and to feel. Because the first time you watch it, you feel like you've missed something. You're like, wait a second, I'm missing something, aren't I? And it's like, yep, yes you are. It's like, oh, man, like it's really not good. I mean, certain like people were doing it right when it was coming out, which is like what about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, like 16, 15, 16, and it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, you like 360 video, it's stupid, and then they made the whole point like every YouTuber makes. You don't like that series that I do. You don't like those kind of videos I make. Guess what? It's free. Don't watch them. You act like you pay hard. You pay your hard-earned cash, hard-earned money to see something like this. Like, I want a refund. I didn't pay to see this. Like, you're not paying to see any of it, so it's all free. So, anyway, I don't think it's the worst, but I do think it's not the greatest. Like, because they say, the High Five Universe back when they were actually doing real vlogs did them when they used to do like their Nerf battles, and basically they said to the people, that means that there's no video up if we don't put one up with the 360 camera. Like, it's fine. It's a that's the other problem too with it. There's not a camera person, at least not for what they were doing. They would just set it up like this, and they would just let it go. Or sorry, like this, and they'd let it go, and they would just let it go. That's it. There's no cameraman walking like this, because it looks bad. Because if you don't do it properly, the stitching is awful. On a 360 camera, the stitching is awful. What was the cheap ones that came out around this time were the Ricoh Theta, the what's the other guy's called? The Ricoh Theta. Okay, Google. List of 360 cameras. LG had one. These had one. Samsung had 2 by that time. List of 360 cameras. What's the other guys?
Here's a summary from Digital Camera World. The best 360 camera in 2021. 1. GoPro Max. Forget the old GoPro Fusion. The GoPro Max is the new 360 king. 2.
No, it's not.
Insta360
Insta360.
X2.
Insta360.
A clever and endlessly creative 360 camera with easy AI editing.
Yes.
3. Kandao Cam
Yep.
AK360.
Kandao Cam AK is amazing.
More.
Insta360 with the other company, right? Ricoh. My dad had a couple of Ricoh film cameras, and they were absolutely fucking fantastic. They're amazing. He used them forever, and they still work. I have one that still works. I never use it because film's hard to get developed, but it's great. But it worked, amazing. What was I saying? Yeah, Kandao Cam basically just gives you a raw file, basically a raw image. Now the video, at least in the version that Ben Claremont had, which is he's the guy I go to learn 360 camera stuff, right? Was right in the middle, right on the lens. There was like a fogging up, but they knew it was a thing, Kendo, and they were like, "Oh, it's bad." And they were like, just don't use it for that. For pictures, it's fantastic. It's amazing. It's absolutely like flawless. What's the other one? That's $1,000 that I wanted to look up once. I think it's an Insta something or other. Vuz XR. Oh, Ricoh Theta V, or is it? Was it the Theta V? I think so. Yeah, I think it was. Then there's a lot of the like really expensive stuff, which is like the Vuz XR 3D, 2D. I don't like it. 180, whatever. I don't like a lot of those. Then there's lots of like cheap cameras. Like you can get this. I bought this 2 years ago in 2019, February 2019, for like what, $77 or something, which is not cheap. But I think it was either 150 or 300 when it first came out. So in retrospect, I don't think I paid nearly as good as I could have paid, because now you can get the first one for like $30, $40, $50, depending where you go. I bought it on eBay. But it's a nice camera. I don't personally hate this camera. I think it's like a decently usable camera. Now, is it great? Heck no. Heck no, heck no, heck no, heck no. Heck no. But is it usable? Yeah. Oh yeah. People hate me using it, but yeah, it's a thing. So 360 cameras, not the future for video. For pictures, yes. And the other thing I think it's really, really, really useful for is 360 virtual tours. Like, plop it down, take a 360 picture, and then you have a picture of a building or something, like real estate, or like if you're trying to make somebody like show somebody your building, your space, your land. Oh, it's it's amazing. This camera is not good for that because I have two things. It's really like low quality now and bad, and you can tell. Sorry, I'm trying to cool it down. And I'm not going to be able to show you this, obviously, but on this half of the camera, I dropped the camera, and there's a crack on the lens. Not even a crack, it's like a scratch. It's not even a scratch, it's hard to explain. Let me just give me a sec. It's like, I can see it, I just don't know how to explain it. It's a blemish on the screen that's broken, basically. And you can see it in every picture I take, and the video would be awful, but every picture I take does that, and it's bad. Now, is it the worst thing ever? No. I can get rid of it in post in an app called Snapseed, where I can just like go to the healing tool, select it, and then it removes it very, very well. It's annoying to have to do that another step, you know. If I didn't drop, that's why I bought this. It had a cover on it too, but it overheats when I put the cover on it. But I tried it in the winter, and the cover did nothing at all. This thing, right? I cover it now, so I don't have to worry about it's that. But anyway. So this camera is not the camera I would use for that. I'd go get a Kendall Cam or a Insta or Theta V or Theta Z. Theta Z. Okay, Google. Images of Ricoh Theta Z. T1.
These pictures should match.
Yes? No. Yes. Anyway, they're like $2,000 one. Okay, Google, images of Ricoh Theta 360 cameras.
Showing pictures that match.
Images of Ricoh Theta. Images of Ricoh Theta 360 cameras.
Showing pictures that match.
I think it's a Z1, yeah. That's like $2,000, and I was gonna get it for like, what, 100? Oh no, I was gonna get it for like a couple of like $30 or something. The Canadian is $2,000, but the price went up from that to like 50 to 100 to I think 250, 300, 500, and then it sold for like $1,500. I'm like, oh god, that's a lot. Anyway, so yeah, that's my opinion on 360 cameras. I don't think they're gonna last very long. They're good, in theory, but in practice, I think you're better off just like having it as a novelty. Buying something like this, having it as a novelty. Now, it's better than some of the other things that you connect to your phone, like things you connect into the like charging port, or things you connect like onto your phone, like what was it called? It was called the three. What was it called? It was called. Okay, Google. Freaking reviews 360 camera.
Here are some results from a search.
The panel clip. We're basically just connected. in directly through your like what you did was you basically took it and you did this. Okay, you did this. You connected it onto your camera like this, like, and then it took for your front and your back. So you had to stop, hold it. It would stop. It would take a picture in the front. It would take a picture in the back, and it would stop. And then that would be your picture. And for me, I thought that was kind of cool, useful, and like, or because I was watching James White from Freaking Reviews YouTube channel review it, and he was like, it's a nice, easy thing. It's a decent idea. It's a cool idea. Just is it the best? No. Am I going to use this every day? Definitely not. Are there lots of places to upload 360 photos? No. There's Facebook, there's YouTube for video, and there's nothing else. There's a lot of other places that you have to pay for, but those are the free places. And so for me, I don't have anywhere to upload a lot of these like 360 photos, which is fine, I guess. I don't know. I just like showing people my 360 photos, but I can't do that if they don't have anywhere to view it. There's a Flickr 360. There's like all the other ones that if you're going to do it with like virtual tours, yes. But if you're not, what's the point, right? At least in my opinion, what's the point? I mean, I don't know. I might do a 360 photo blah, 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 virtual tours one day if I get a better camera, obviously. Because this is not the camera to use. Even if it was perfectly not broken, it still has it's still outdated, and you can tell. Like, what was it, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? Ben Claremont got rid of it in his twice a year or 3 times a year. I think he does 3 times a year because there's one like he does one in January, he does one in June, he does one in December. I think. Anyway, which 360 camera should you buy? As we got rid of it like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So, which in retrospect, I look back at that and I go, yeah, I can tell why you say that because it's just terrible. It's just not a good camera anymore. Like, you can definitely tell it's not a good camera. Now, is it bad? No. But is it good? Also, no. So, not saying you should not buy one. It's the greatest camera to buy if you have like $50 and you want to just like try out 360 camera stuff, because it's that real 360 and you'll have the opportunity to learn how to do 360 stuff, how to edit 360, how to use 360 camera footage, photos, time lapse, all that stuff, where it's like, oh nice, like you pull it out and it works. Unlike 360 like something like the panel clip where it's just weird, or something you connect to like the bottom of your phone, or like connect to your phone Bluetooth or something, it's like not great. Like your charging port, no, it's not great. But it's not the worst, but like if you want to spend like $50 on eBay. Also, they're also stopped the support of this, so this is completely unsupported now, which is fine in my opinion if you can still get the apps, the two apps, the mobile app and the like software, the application on PC on desktop. It's fine. I don't care. My problem is once those are gone and people are no longer like hosting those files, then you're screwed. Then I'm screwed. Which is, I don't know. I have a version of it on my PC, and I uploaded the APK file. So for me, it's fine. Also, you can't use it on anything other than a Samsung or an iPhone, which I thought was kind of dumb. So if I go and upgrade this to like, let's say OnePlus, any other phone, any other Android phone, no, sorry, no, you're screwed. LG, Motorola, anything else that's Android, no, no more. Sorry. Which is dumb, but hey, what are you gonna do, right? There are workarounds for it, but I don't want to have to work around. I don't. I think that's dumb. I think it's stupid, and we should not have to do that. You should just let us use it. Now, if you have an iPhone, fine, good, go for it. But I don't even know if that you can use that, because guess what? Guess what? A lot of apps don't work anymore. I've made that point before. Where I've made that point before where a lot of stupid apps decided, guess what? It's not going to work anymore. I'm just like, why did you just want to flip me in the... Why? Why did you take all of your stupid apps and go, you know? To me, I thought it was the dumbest thing ever because I was like, wait a sec. So you're telling me that I have dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of apps that just don't work anymore? Because iPhone 11 decided, or iPhone 11, iOS 11 decided, nah, ain't gonna work no more. Oh, you stupid, stupid people. Anyway, I don't get why, but but I don't care. I've given up trying to figure out anything anymore. Completely. I'm like, I don't care. So, my opinion, exactly what I think. I think it's dumb. 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 But what are you gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do? It doesn't. I don't care. I've given up trying. I'm done trying to figure out how to do any of this. I don't care. Like I really don't care anymore. I've tried to like figure out why YouTube why iOS decided to do that. I don't know. I don't care. I don't. I really don't. So I think it's stupid, but what are you gonna do, right? Which is like yeah, what you gonna do? Which is fine. I don't know. So I'm just hoping iOS one day doesn't stop doing that. I don't know. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. But hey, what are you gonna do? So give me suggestions on which 360 camera I should buy next because I want good 360 camera to use for like virtual tours and stuff. A lot of people are selling their 360 cameras on like either YouTube or YouTube, Instagram-y type of places or like Reddits or stuff like that where it's like, oh yeah, okay, which is fine. I just think it's kind of because it's not cheap. So what's the point, right? Right. So personally, I don't know what's a good one, but if you guys have suggestions, please tell me because I really like to know what a good camera is for under like. I really want it to be like under $100, but it's not gonna happen. So unless I get it used, which you can get good used 360 cameras. But what's the point? At that point, get a used GoPro. Get a GoPro Hero 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just get a used GoPro. Because what's the point? You're not gonna use 360 as much as you think you will. That's the other thing. I thought I would use 360 so much more than I have. I've used it like for 1 month when I first got it. I used it for random things here and there. I tried a few 360 things here and there. I took a lot of 360 photos. Oh my gosh, a lot of 360 photos. Videos, not at all. And then, boom, it relegated to 180 and 360 photos. Videos, forget it. I don't use it at all. None. I thought I'd use it a lot more than I did. I'm like, I'm gonna make a whole bunch of these things. I also thought that at my church they would want to use it. I would tell my like one of the people at church who does like AV stuff and go, yeah, I got a 360 camera. Place it up in the ceiling and see how it works. No, like hang it off the ceiling or like on a tripod and watch the whole service like 360, which would have worked. It's just you can't have that be the sole place to watch it because this thing overheats like a mother trucker. Oh my god. Mother trucker, dude. This thing freaking overheats like a butt cheek on a stick. Like, it's so bad. It just overheats like no one's business. It's so bad. Which is fine in theory, because you're not going to ever do this more than like... Especially in 360. You're not ever going to do this longer than like 10 minutes, maybe? Because people start getting bored. I used to do them for an hour, and people just hated it. They're like, oh my god, this is so bad. And when I first got it, it was an hour, and it was great. But then I would get to the point of trying to use it, and then with like the more I drain the battery, the more the cycle's gone down, and now I don't think it actually will hold both a full cycle, a full like hour, and it just overheats before I get to that point. Like right now, it's going to overheat. I can tell you right now, it's going to overheat before I actually get to the 45 minutes. Like it's already hot. That's the other thing. It overheats like a mother trucker. Like, it's so bad. So I thought I was going to use it for that too. But I can't have that be the sole reason. You have to say somewhere, if the video goes down, please go to... Right? Because I'm using it. And then, guess what? It decided to go and be stupid and say, YouTube changed its policy so that now I can't live stream on my phone without certain a minimum 1,000 subscribers or something. Oh my god, you suck. You absolutely suck. Now, I don't think it's the worst, but I think it's dumb in the fact that... But why? For so long I could live stream on my phone. I was live streaming for like a year on my phone. What the heck? Then I was like, oh, I'm gonna just, not use the app. I'm gonna go get AV screen recorder. Use that. No, it knows now. Like, you suck. Anyway, so what were they saying? Yeah. So I mean, hey, what were they just saying? So yeah, I mean, hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, I don't think it's the worst, but I don't think it's great. So anyway, that's 360 video / photos, 360 cameras. I like 360 cameras. I just don't use them as much as I thought I would. I use them for what's it called all the time, for timeline. I used to use them like last year when we were sitting at home isolated for like the year, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'll do I'll do one thing that I do every day, which would have been making a time lapse, and I put them on Instagram, and I put music to them, and I found music from YouTube, and I was like, this is great, and then I did it, and I was like, oh, never mind then, because I got really bored of doing it by winter. Also, it wasn't doing it very well at winter. I was like, oh god, this is stupid. Anyway, oh, maybe we'll get to 45 minutes. I'm at 31 minutes, so anyway, maybe if I just cool it down again. Oh, it's a crack. Oh. Anyway, so yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so I personally think that they're great. Anyway, so yeah. Also, give me a camera under $300 that I can buy used. I'm looking for a good, like, DSLR or a mirrorless. Like, I know that I can get... Because I got my camera, which is a Panasonic AVX P200 or 200P, maybe? Anyway, for $200, and I regret... Well, I didn't regret it at the time, and I never regret it. But I just kind of am starting to be like... Because everyone's telling me, sell the camera and get a better camera. Get a job, work a month, you'll be able to buy any camera you want. And I'm like, ooh. Anyway. Anyway, so like I want to get a Canon Rebel T3i because I think it's a good camera, and everyone's recommended that camera to me. But they basically told me, don't spend your money on a camera before you have that money. I'm like, well, duh. That's one thing. Everyone's like, learn how to use your phone as a camera right now, and then just get. So it's 3 things that I bought. Okay, or 2 things that I bought. I have a camera. I bought a gimbal, which is not here actually. It's downstairs. A Moza Mini S. Mini S? Is it that? I have the box right here. The Moza. Where is it? Moza Mini S. Right? The Moza Mini S, yeah. It's essential. Smartphone gimbal. And I was like, okay, that seems like a decent thing. And it was. Don't get me wrong, it's a good gimbal. I used it twice. Oh, there it is. I've used it twice, and I like it. I really do like it. It's hard to use at first, because you have to get used to, like, how it still looks weird. You're like, wait, why does it still look so bad? Because you have to, there's a lot of different, there's like 2 or 3 different thingies, modes for it. Okay, sorry, modes for it. And then the other thing that it does is or that I bought. The other thing I bought was a audio recorder, a Zoom H1N for $85 Canadian, which is I think $50 cheaper than what it is in what it is brand new. So which is fine, which is good. My parents are like, get a job, you lazy ass. Like, do something with your life, you lazy ass. And I was like, yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But I don't understand. Hey, I never realized this. like I was thought I was doing something with my life, but my mom's like, no, go do something with your life, kid. I'm like, okay. Well. And I've looked up on Indeed. I've looked at job list. I've looked at Canadian Job Bank. So I'm looking for a job. Don't worry, people. You got any good jobs I can do in Montreal or Laval that are have something to do with like production assistant or something with TV, something with video, something with animation, something with like that. No prerequisites, no prior work experience, no education required. That's all I ask. Sorry. So yeah, that's all I ask. I mean, yeah. So that's pretty much what it is. I was learning animation, then I realized animation is not something I'm going to need. Like nobody wants animators. I'm sorry, they don't need more animators. Nobody needs more. You would think that people would want to do more animations. You would think that they would have made more animated movies last year and this year, but no, really no. Like I mean, yes, but no, not more than normal. Like one, two, maybe three a year. I'm like, really? You can't make real movies like live action movies, so you're not making more animated movies. I don't get it. What was I saying? Yeah. So anyway, that I wanted to code because I figured coding. Everybody wants an app or a website. Everybody wants an app or a website. Come on, everybody wants one. And then there's audio engineering, which I did look at two places for. Well, okay, one place for video editing, and one place for audio engineering. The video editing would have helped me do the Adobe suite, which would have been Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe Animate. Maybe not Animate, but the suite, which is good because that's what people use. Then the professional like movie studios use I don't remember what they use. They use something. I don't remember what it was. I looked at a Discord and asked someone what they use, and I remember what they told me. And then some use DaVinci Resolve, like because they can have like a whole like setup with all the bells and whistles of little switches and turns and dibs and dials and knobs and color correction wheels and oh god, it's like like it's like ridiculous the amount of stuff that DaVinci Resolve um, offers. It's DaVinci offers. It's ridiculous. Like the DaVinci company, anyway, Resolve, whatever. So yeah, I use DaVinci Resolve because DaVinci Resolve is free, and because it's free, I like how it It just works. Now, for me, it doesn't work perfectly because I can't use my GPU to render high 4K video, but it's fine. It works. It is what it is. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, um, yeah, I was gonna try hit films, but then somebody on the Discord was like, "Why can't you use DaVinci Resolve?" And I went. Somebody told me on the videography Discord, which is not the same videography Discord. I have two. That you would need this, and this for a minimum system requirements. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked at Quora, and I looked at the answer there, and I got that, and I went, that's. And then somebody said, sounds like the stupidest, most arbitrary piece of crap ever. And I was like, oh, really? Like that doesn't tell me anything. And I was like, it doesn't, but you know. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So, and then they're like, just download DaVinci Resolve, try it now, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Go back to hit films. But if it works, hey, it works, and you'll be able to use it, and you'll have a semi-professional video editor. And I was like, because the one I was using before was called One Shot, and it gave me nothing, like legitimate nothing. No color correction, no sound changing, no nice transflows. What do you call them? Transitions. You can't add plugins. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't even add text very well. It eventually figured out how to do some of those things, but most of them still stuck. So some of them still suck. So what was I saying? Yeah. So now I have a somewhat professional video editor, and it doesn't. DaVinci Resolve does Resolve do 360 video? It might. It might. I think it does. Anyway, I think it does. Anyway, I like it. It works. It's free. So what do you want from me? Like, I'm trying to do everything on a budget. I was trying to make a movie within, I think, the shortest amount of time. I don't remember what the world record for the shortest amount of time is. Youngest, I think, director was like 12 or something, 13. World record for the quickest movie ever made.
Sayamvaram. According to Wikipedia, the current record for the quickest movie made lies with the 1999 Tamil film Sayamvaram.
How long did it take? How long did it take to make? Like a day? Or like a week or something? Probably something stupid like a week. Remember the Indian Kannada language film shot within 18... No way! No way! The film was directed by 10 directors. Acted as the protagonist. The film is the quickest... is a remake of a 2002 film. No, sorry. The film is a remake of a 2002 film by John Q, which had earlier been remade in Hindi into... Earlier? Later, you mean? 18 hours? Not even one day? Holy schmoly. This film failed to make it into the Guinness World Record book as the quickest film ever made because they measured the time from the beginning of shooting to the release of the movie in theaters. The current record for the quickest film made lies with the film this one. How long did this one take? Whoa. It's a 1999 film. Suyamvaram is a 1999 film, indie Tamil language comedy drama film starring the ensemble cast from the actors, story and 19 cinematographers and over 13 leading actors. Okay, so how long did it take? 14 directors, screenplays, story time, music, 4 composers, cinematographer 17, editors 4, plot, cast, crew, production, blah, blah. Okay, well, how long did it take? Completed in 23 hours and 48 minutes. The film released on July 16th, 1999, to positive reviews from critics, praising the intentions of the makers. Okay, Google, what is the cheapest movie ever made?
The Blair Witch Project. According to Wikipedia, one of the most successful low-budget films was 1999's The Blair Witch Project.
World record for the cheapest movie ever made.
According to Wikipedia, one of the most successful low-budget films was 1999's
Least
The Blair
expensive
Witch
feature
Project.
film, Guinness World Records. There you go. Least expensive feature films. Okay, was what? Not the Blair Witch Project. It was $60,000, which is actually still not a lot. Still expensive for me, but I don't care. Look, it was 300. Canada. Canada. What? Wow. Okay. Oh, you suck. Really? Canada. Really? Interesting. Look, 300 and something dollars Canadian. Huh. Really? Interesting. Interesting. Canadian film. Oh man, I just saw. I know I'm almost done, but I just saw Calvin and Hobbes. It was on Instagram, and I'm following a Calvin Hobbes page. Oh man, such a great thing, Calvin Hobbes. I love Calvin Hobbes. So yeah, over the thing. Yeah, so personally, I don't know if I can ever do it like that. So, but yeah, look, it's $378.52 US. Sorry, where Canada? Sorry, US. When this date? What's the film called? The film Die Alive. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't know if it's that great, but should be okay. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. So personally, I think it's okay.
Remit it with something to do, or take one day less and do a million things on one day. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that'll be it for now, guys. So in the description again, if you want to get in touch, there's always the comments. But if you want to get in touch with me, questions, comments, concerns, email me tacoimposters@gmail.com. There's the Patreon, there's Discord, and if you want to see better quality content, please support me on Patreon. Look, I'm not made of money. Nobody I know is made of money. We don't have millions of dollars. Nobody can buy me everything. Therefore, I have to make money somehow. So, if I don't make money somehow, my parents will kick me out of the house. So, I have to make money somehow. Please support me on Patreon if you like what I do. Please! Please, 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 please. Personally, I would love to have that. Anyway. So, yeah, I think that'll be it for now, guys. So, adios, mi amigos.